Okay, tell us then about the issue making the rounds now. This money raided by the EFCC, NIA saying they are going to officially move to reclaim that money that is theirs. What do you think of what's going on?
Well, I think the National Intelligence Agency should not be allowed by the Buhari administration to play on the intelligence of Nigeria. We've gone beyond all this petty level of an agency of the government trying to frustrate a serious policy of the government. If care is not taken, and if this explanation is accepted by the government, you could just forget about the whistleblowing policy. Because what stops another agency tomorrow? If you call on the EFCC or the ICPC, or even the Office of the Attorney General, we have stumbled on money somewhere. Can you go there? What stops another agency from coming up to say, sorry, that is our money for covert operation. We are keeping that money. We are hiding it somewhere. And there will be no entry. And that is why the government must follow due process. And this government must act transparently and cautiously on this matter.
Do you think the EFCC knows who owns this money?
There are two claims. There are two claims already. Told the money. And I think our job is made easier here. The NIA says it's our money, but with profound respect, it goes beyond going to explain to the president, which in fact is an embarrassment. If after 2 years, almost 2 years, the president, as the commander-in-chief of the armed forces of the country, was not made aware of this covert operation, I think we're in trouble.
Do you think
Secondly,
you think it's a cover-up?
As a lawyer, I'm not given to speculation or conjecture. I will not say that for now. There is a procedure to know whether it's a cover-up or not. And that position must be followed by the government. I read yesterday that the president has referred the matter to the office of the Honorable Attorney General for investigation. I think the matter has left that state.
Left the Attorney General's...
oh, yes. State? Oh, yes.
To where?
Under the Money Laundering Act, once a suspected proceed of crime has been taken to court, as in this case, the Federal High Court, on the basis of the application of the EFCC, has made an order of interim forfeiture of that money. So it's no longer a matter for the presidency.
But why do you think the NIA wants to frustrate it?
Yeah. What the NIA, no, the NIA, I'm sure the Honorable Attorney General will advise the NIA. If you are sure that you can substantiate your claim to the ownership of the money, go to the Federal High Court and file a counter affidavit.
Can they do that with security matters? Go to court and expose them?
No. If you say you've collected money for projects and that the projects are going on in the country.
But I'm not sure they will name what this covert operation is.
If it has to do with security, right? By virtue of Section 36 of Section 4 of the Constitution, the court may decide to conduct proceedings in camera. But you can't just go out and say, oh, this is our money. We got this money 2 years ago. What kind of operation? Internally? For an external body? I mean, I think it doesn't add up. It just doesn't add up.
This money that was found in the Ikoyi residence, I want to believe that perhaps that money was put inside that house when the house was completed. That money couldn't have been put in there when the house was still being under construction. Does it then suppose or suggest to you that this money was not put there in the last 2 years? Or was it put there from the previous administration? What do you think?
No, from the disclosure by the NIA, so far, it's been said that this money was collected in 2014, when this regime was not in power yet.
So was it proceeds for elections?
I wouldn't know. I wouldn't know. Like I said, I don't want to engage in speculations. But what is important is that by saying that the presidency is just being briefed now, I think there is more to it that meets the eye. It's embarrassing. And for me, Nigeria is being exposed to ridicule, unprecedented ridicule, before the Committee of Nations. If criminal elements, former public officers, and departments of government are competing to hide American dollars, I mean millions of dollars, in private apartments or dump sites or burial sites, we're in trouble. Why shouldn't the money be in the bank? Whether for covert operations or not.
Well,
and this regime brought out a policy of TSA. The treasury, single account.
Where do you think this money is going to?
Where is it going to? As far as the court is concerned, it has to go to the central bank. The court has made another to that effect. Whoever can now establish ownership will then go to court and prove it.
That would be interesting.
Again, we have done it before. In the case of the $15 million bribe that Ribadu collected, no Ribadu.
No, but that was a different one. This is for covert operation.
No, that one went to court. And there was an attempt by the Delta State government to claim the money. But he couldn't prove it. Because Justice Kolawole said, since you have never said your money was lost, how can you claim the money? So the money should go to the central bank, to the Federation account in the central bank. And I think this is what will happen here. If neither the River State government nor the NI can prove ownership of the money, it will be seized and forfeited to the government of the country.
All right, Mr. Femi Falana, Senior Advocate of Nigeria, thank you very much indeed for coming on this morning. All right, so there you go. What a session it was today, and very interesting one. Mark, by the way, do we have any emails or response coming from you there?
Yeah, I'm trying to check now if we do have any emails, but I do not know what it is. I do know that Twitter has been on fire. But just before we wrap up, finally from Abuja here, Chief Michael Zekome has put out a rebuttal to say that he was not the one who went to court, that it was then CBN governor who went to court to challenge his suspension. He appeared on Sunrise Daily, and that was where he talked about the president having the right to hire and fire, and if the courts were not clear on that, then perhaps the president could also suspend then CBN governor. So I think it's very important that that be put out there. Gentlemen, that will be it from us here in Abuja. Thank you. Maukbe Ogun.
Yes, indeed. Duly noted. Chamberlain Uso.
And those fireworks did come in at the time that they did. It's Easter. Enjoy your celebration. I'm Gimba Umar.